The Nashville Predators hit the ice in Sweden this afternoon for Game 1 against the Penguins, and it was a thriller.
Yeah, catch your breath. Philip Forsberg, take a look at this. Scored with just more than a minute left, tying the game 1-1. Goes to overtime. Now watch this. Steven Stamkos gets behind the Pittsburgh defense and puts what? The biscuit in the basket to give the Preds a thrilling 2-1 overtime victory. And you know, one familiar face in the stands who is definitely enjoying this, former Governor Bill Haslam.
Yeah, he is now the majority owner of the Predators, and News Channel 5's Steve Lehman got a chance to talk with him about this trip and the team and a whole lot more.
As you look at it and you see the Preds on the global stage in the Global Series, what can this mean for the organization?
First of all, it's really good for the game, right? At the end of the day, you're not just a team, you're a team that's part of a league. And the better the league does, the better we do, obviously. But I think for us, it just puts Nashville on the map as a place that folks from around the world know we are serious about hockey, which 25 years ago, nobody would have said that.
You officially moved into the chairman role on July 1 as majority owner of the Predators. How has that transition gone, and what, if anything, has changed?
Let me start here. The organization was really well run long before I got here in terms of community involvement, how we run as a business, how we treat the fan experience. And I go around the different cities in NHL, I think our in-game experience, I'll match up with almost anybody. Once the experience has been taken over, it's been pretty non-eventful, if you want to know the truth.
You've been very involved with sports. Your brother Jimmy obviously runs the Browns. You have been very involved with the University of Tennessee. Was it always a dream to be an owner?
You know, when you're a kid, you don't think about the fact that people actually own a team. Like I took my son to the World Series way back. This is like in the 90s when the Atlanta Braves were first good. And Ted Turner owned the Braves at that time, and I pointed out and said, hey, that guy owns the Braves. And he goes, you don't own a baseball team. Like, that's not how it works. And he was kind of right, because, it's the communities over a period of time. But so I'll say this, to get to be involved in sports at my point in life when I'm 2/3 of the way to 100 is a pretty fun experience.
Obviously, last year was a disappointing season for the Predators, and it has been a slow start to begin this season. As owner, one of those goals is to win championships. How confident are you in the current trajectory of the team?
I mean, the ultimate goal is to compete for a Stanley Cup championship. As you said, last year was disappointing. We feel like we're a better hockey team this year. But at the end of the day, you are what your record says you are, and I'd put that in the disappointing category. I do think there's a couple things to remember. Because of this trip, we've had a lot of games squeezed into the last 2 weeks, and to play back-to-back nights, play one night in Nashville, the very next night in Minneapolis is tough. Second, we've been without our captain and star defenseman Roman Josi, and who knows how much difference that makes, and we're not here to make excuses, but missing Roman is a real thing for this team. So we're hoping this trip can be a little bit of a turnaround.
It appears you are very bold about the future of Nashville and Tennessee sports. Let's start with the Bridgestone Arena renovation. More than $750 million planned to go into the building, a total facelift. How do you imagine Bridgestone Arena will look in just a few years?
You know, if you could have picked the exact spot where you'd want to be in arena, you would pick the exact spot we're in, right? We're on Broadway, we're right next to the Convention Center, Country Music Hall of Fame. I picture it being the sports and entertainment center of one of the great entertainment towns in the country, or maybe in the world. So we're going to have a world-class arena. We're going to add some great retail and restaurant experience along Broadway, and hopefully, ultimately, a hotel as well. So, again, I think of it as being this kind of dynamic heart of a really dynamic city.
And within this last year, you spearheaded the group that went in to make a bid on a WNBA franchise with the Tennessee Summit. Very competitive bid, ultimately lost out to cities that already had NBA franchises, and the connection there. Is that something you think can be revisited down the road? And do you think Nashville can still be a WNBA or a women's professional sports town soon?
The league was very excited about us. As you said, two things happened. All those franchises ended up going to existing NBA owners. And second, the price value curve of women's sports went on a, pardon the pun, but hockey stick trajectory up. The market's readjusting to that, if you will. So we'll see. I mean, you never know, but are we still interested? Yes. Do I think the league still wants to have a team in Nashville ultimately? Yes, I do.
Well, that would be exciting. We've certainly enjoyed Steve's reports all week long, and there is so much more to come. He's not done yet. Be sure to be watching tonight at 6:30 for a special half-hour Nashville to Sweden.